Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are going to be getting another comparison: the Chevrolet Bolt on the left versus the Tesla Model 3 on the right. Now, this is a very common um, comparison because a lot of people are asking, should I get a Bolt or a Model 3? I mean, the Bolt is available, but the Model 3 looks so much, so today, we're going to be looking at that from my perspective, starting with the looks category. The Chevrolet Bolt is not a very good looking car. Yeah, it's got good fuel economy because it's electric, but when you get down into it, it's just a Chevy. It's very curvy. I've seen nicer Chevys than this, so it's a force. It's below average to me. There's nothing that makes me want to go out and buy a Bolt. But a Model 3 is the reason, this is one of the reasons why people want to buy a Model 3, because it's, it's nice, it's good looking, it's got a lot of things that the Bolt over here doesn't have. We'll get into that more in a moment. Popularity. This is where Tesla just creams the Chevy with the 2, because nobody's going to a Chevy dealership as standing in line for years and years just to get a Bolt. You can get one within an hour. You really could. And you don't really see too many of them. I don't think I've ever seen one in person other than in a car show. On the road, I've never seen one. It's not that popular. Nobody's coming to a Chevy dealership. Can I have a Bolt? Nobody's doing that. And we'll get more into the pricing also in a moment. The Tesla, you can easily get that a 10. It's no denying it. If I could give it any higher score, I would give it an 11, 12, maybe even 13. Everybody wants a Tesla. Everybody's waiting for the Tesla Model 3. And yeah, every time Elon Musk even blinks, people go into frenzy mode, and it's really awful and ridiculous. Now speed is where the Tesla doesn't do too well, but the Bolt, it's okay. It's well below average for the Bolt because it's sluggish a little bit. It's, slow. It's mediocre around turning and stuff. So it gets a 3 out of 10, with the Tesla getting a 7 because, it is an electric sedan. So let's be real now. But if we add up all the scores, the Bolt gets a very mediocre 9 out of 30. A very mediocre 9 out of 30. And that's just because, really, who wants a Bolt when you can wait 3.5 years to get a Model 3? Why not get an electric car now? No, there's no Model S or X. You can afford a used Model S, actually, for, the same as a brand new Model 3. Why wait 3 years just to get something you could have had 3 years ago? Because now you're stuck driving your Camry until this comes out. The Model 3. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the Model 3 creams the Bolt with 25 out of 30. Now, I can say that this is a fairly accurate comparison. Not trying to be mean, Chevy. moving on to the other score. So on the interior, the Chevrolet Bolt gets an amazingly high score for the technology, an 8 out of 10. It's got some things that of course you want. General Motors didn't use their boring old General Motors stuff that they use for their Malibus and Impalas. They tried something different. They did. Even the Volt, which I reviewed a little while ago, had the General Motors speedometer, or the General Motors font, They actually went outside the box with this one. They thought of something new. Maybe this can be their font. It looks so nice, and it doesn't look like a Chevy. But of course, you could tell it was a Chevy because, well, just General Motors. There's still a lot of things they screwed up. A lot. Meanwhile, the Tesla gets a 10 in tech because you see that little iPad thing right there? Everything is in that. Speed, gear, map, backup camera, heated seats, air conditioning, music, controls, everything. And of course, the wipers and turn signals are on the steering wheel. The only other thing that's not, or I don't know if the headlight controls are, but the hazard lights, which it might be a federal thing to where every car has to have a button that you push for the hazards. I don't even know why. I don't. But it gets a 10 out of 10, which doesn't surprise me. It's a Tesla. Now, they actually did try the side to side instead of the up and down. Reliability. This is a Chevy. It gets a 6. No more explanations. Now, it would get a lower score, but they actually did try on this one. They didn't have any really cheap plastic parts like they usually do. That's what saves them. To get a 6. Reliability for the Tesla, it gets an 8. Now, it would get a higher score if everything weren't in this little iPad because, what if that thing freezes and you need navigation, or, what if the thing freezes and you need a backup camera or whatever? I don't know. That's what keeps them from getting a 10 out of 10. Practicality. They're both compact cars. One is a smudge larger than the other. You can tell which one is. Chevy gets a 4. The Tesla gets a 6. Now, if we add the scores up. Now, this time it wasn't that much of a... It was still a big jump, but not that much of a big difference in the scores. The Chevy gets an 18, which isn't that bad. A normal car can get that. The Tesla gets a 24. Again, nothing wrong with that. Now, before we actually add both of the scores together, I've decided to put one more slot in here, and that would be for pricing. The base MSRP for the Chevrolet Bolt is $37,500. Not bad. $37,500 to do what? 200 something miles per recharge? That's really not that bad. But then Tesla comes in with that around the same price, and we will tell you what the difference is just in a moment, with the MSRP being $35,000. So here's the thing: the Chevrolet Bolt can do more for the money. An extra $2,500 gets you what? Maybe 15, 20 miles more. But then the base model Model 3 has 35, so another 2,500 to go do 15 less, 20 less. And so these could be conveniently priced at the same amount. They really could be. Now the long model range of the Model 3 is going to cost you $9,000 extra to do, I don't know, maybe 100 miles more. I don't know. I'm not up to that stuff yet. But yeah, $37,500 to do 200, let's say 30 miles, and the Model 3, $35,000 to do 210 miles. These are unrivaled, but of course we've got to give them a score. Their scores are 9 out of 10 because these are pretty good numbers to do 200-something miles per recharge. Those really are. Now they failed to get a 10 because, well, I mean, there aren't a lot of charging stations around. Now if there were, let's say, 100 charging stations in each state, maybe not each state, but you know, in a large state, that would be pretty good. Now there might only be 10 or 20 in states that are small, like Rhode Island or Connecticut or Delaware. You might be able to pass with 1 or 10 or 20. And so that's the reason why they failed to get a 10. Now if we add all of the scores together, 36 out of 70 for the Bolt, 56 out of 70 for the Model 3. These are some really good cars. But why wait to buy a Model 3 in 2022 when you could buy a brand new Bolt Model S or Model X even for the same price? For used. I mean, what's the point of doing that? Just go out and buy one of these cars right now. You don't have to wait. And if you really want one, just go out and buy one and then, trade it in for a Model 3. It's not that hard. It really isn't now. These still aren't quite out, but when they're out, I'm pretty sure that people will be hounding Tesla dealerships all across the country. As soon as they come on the market, they're going to be gone within 34 seconds. So save yourself all the hassle and just go out and buy one of these cars, Model S or Bolt even. They're all American for same price as a brand new Model 3, maybe more, maybe a little less. But that's what I would say, dude. I mean, you don't have to waste your time. Thank you all for watching.